There have been a great month of development for me. I have gotten what feels like a lot done. The last Devlog I had some bugs with the roads, and during this Devlog I intend to fix them. The problem I faced was the roads were not connecting between chunks, and I wasn't able to figure out the problem, so I chose to work on another part of the roads. One of the problems was that each chunk had its each reference to all the roads. This meant that I had over 900 references, and that was slowing down the game a bit. So one thing I did was just make each road have the same reference. And in some weird way, this made the chunk stop multiplying when I edited one chunk. Now the next problem I was going to fix was updating each chunk. Because now I updated each chunk every time I placed a road. And this was very inefficient, so what I wanted to do was update each chunk after all roads have been placed. And what I didn't know, that this was the error I first talked about. Now, the current placement system I had in place was really crappy, so I did a re-implementation of it, so I could place different sizes of different buildings. And the first building I wanted to be able to place down was houses, so I made 6 different houses with 8 different colors. And to make it even more efficient, I wrote a Blender script that will change the colors for me and then export it. This was all great until I noticed the houses looked really bad when I implemented them in game. So I redid some houses, and now I have one house with multiple colors. Before I implemented the houses to fully, I implemented electricity. I have a wind turbine now that's a 2x2 building and can produce up to 20 watts. Now 20 watts isn't much, but I'm scaling down the system so it will be easier to understand and you won't have to deal with big numbers. This also made me think about how buildings will be looked at, so I implemented a system to look at the stats of a building. I also implemented a day-night cycle. Currently, each day is 24 seconds. This day-night cycle also has been really interesting because it kinda wants me to implement rain. I haven't done it yet, but I think I will be doing it. During this video, you also might have seen that the UI looks different. That's because I updated it, so it's not this red, very annoying color anymore. Now, this devlog I also worked a bit with population, but I think we'll take that in the next devlog. So I also can implement taxes, and hopefully, if I find time, inflation, because inflation is going to be one of the main points of the game. Now inflation is going to be more complicated than just fluctuating costs. So I have a little image I made of how I think I want it to be in the future, but it will definitely change. So to not miss it, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.